My name's Carter L. Hill Sr., and I got involved with MAD when my son got killed in 1997. Okay, on March 21st, 2 days ago, that was the anniversary of my son being killed, 25 years. I got my 25-year award from MAD for being with MAD for 25 years a couple of months ago. You know, I've been in this game for a long time, and sometimes you look back and say, are we really doing anything to make a difference? Okay? If you can make a difference to one person, that's the difference. Are you going to solve all the world problems? No. I'm not. I was getting ready to say probably not. The answer is no. Okay? But if everybody gave up and said, I'm not making a difference, that's a big problem. If that squeaky wheel ain't hollering loud enough, nothing's going to get done because they're going to go with the other squeaky wheel. So as a victim and as a volunteer, I would say that anybody that wanted to volunteer for this organization is a very good thing. It's a good thing. Not only I know a lot about. I've been around for a long time, but it's just an issue that's true to my heart. He, of course, he was 20 when he got into the crash. Prior to that, he was a good kid. He was, all parents say their kids were good kids. You're never going to get that. He was a good. He never really gave us any trouble. I mean, he just, did whatever kids do. He was, he played baseball. He did everything kids did, and then he grew up to be a young man, and he just got himself into a position, the wrong place, the wrong time. He was in a car with a boy that was drunk. They had been drinking in a bar, and my son told the young man they were walking across the parking lot. He said, "Are you okay to drink and drive? You okay to drive?" And the little kid said, "Yeah, he's fine." So my son throws him the keys. They get in the car, and they probably went 1.5 miles away from the place before they hit a tree. And it was kind of hard to believe at the beginning. To be quite honest with you, it's almost hard to believe right now. I think about him a lot. Me and Linda think about him a lot, and it's like maybe he's just gone away, to another state or something. I know that's not true, but that's what sometimes your mind is to relieve yourself. You think that. But like I said, he had a nice girlfriend, and they were going to get married, and they probably would be married right now if this hadn't happened. And she was a good girl too. Her dad was a colonel in the Army, and life was real good back in those days. I have a daughter now, and she's doing real good, and she's a great person and very thoughtful, and everything is good as it can be right now. But getting through it takes a time. It takes a while. It's like you break your leg. It don't heal overnight. It takes a long time to heal. And the problem with this type of stuff is it don't heal 100%. It'll heal maybe 90%. And it's the kind of injury that can come and go. You might be healed 90%, and then all of a sudden you're healed 50%. You got birthdays that come up. We just went down and put flowers on his grave Sunday because his anniversary was coming up on Monday, which was the 21st. Now, time will heal some, Because at the very beginning, for about the first year or two, it was every day. You think about it every day. I mean, you got to remember, when you have a child like that, you stake your whole life on that. With making sure they get good educations, make sure they get good jobs, make sure they have this, make sure they have that. It's a lot of expectations that you have, and all of a sudden, just in one little pop, it's all gone. Family, he's going to have a family, we'll have grandkids, blah, blah, the list just goes on and on and on and on. And then all of a sudden it's just gone. So it's a shock. It is a mental shock to your system. And, any victim will probably tell you that there's nothing we can do about the past. We have got to go forward. And that's easy for somebody to say, but it's very hard for somebody to do. People can get into an organization that other people have experienced the same. It helps. I think it helps a lot. Being a volunteer for the walks, being a volunteer for some of these other programs that we do. It's rewarding. I just wish it was here, my daughter was sitting right there last night for dinner because I've got her and I got another stepdaughter. Both of them girls are sitting here every Wednesday because we have them over for dinner. So we can argue about things and all that kind of stuff as families do. But I wish he was sitting there too. So like I said before, you do what you can do. You're not going to change the world, but you're going to help a lot. It's going to help a whole lot. And that's the main thing.